Hi, my name is Teresa Jurgens, and I am the author of the Innovation Process book, part of the Innovation book series covering the Innovation Answer book, Innovation Question book, also available in Spanish, Innovation Process book, and Innovation Portfolio book. To get the Innovation Process book, you can scan that QR code on the screen. We are currently reading through the last parts of part 3 of WAGILE product development. Yes, WAGILE is a made-up word between waterfall and agile. Episode 28 will cover chapter 15, and in the next episode we will cover chapter 16, and that will be the end of part 3. Then we will transition into lean new product development, which is the final portion of the book. So let's go ahead and get started today. Agile product development is a blend of the traditional features of waterfall project management and emerging agile practices. Using the approach of stages and gates, investment risk is managed with limited technical risk. Yet with the additional perspectives from Scrum to involve the customer in design and to provide the team autonomy, Agile creates a unique application for new product development. While teams need to have maturity and experience to work independently, the use of WAGILE project constraints and gate checklists help to keep a project on track. These elements also yield comfort to a senior executive team that is familiar with traditional staged and gated processes, but recognizes the need to move faster in product development. Likewise, gate reviews are accepted review steps for highly regulated products, like medical devices, so that the WAGILE process can be widely deployed. Strategy. Projects with both high requirements uncertainty and high technical uncertainty, as described in Figure 2-1, can be addressed using WAGILE since the front end of the process is highly concentrated on understanding customer needs and market opportunities. However, as a WAGILE project advances, traditional product management is necessary for the successful new product launch. Projects that fit the miles and snow analyzer strategy, as described in Figure 5-1, are uniquely benefited by the application of WAGILE product development. Organizations deploying WAGILE are seeking a balance between exploitation and exploration. Both software and hardware products can be designed and developed using WAGILE. While teams attempting to use Scrum for tangible product development struggle for success, WAGILE uses the components of iteration and team autonomy more effectively. Further, scaling of Agile processes has been a past challenge. WAGILE is readily scalable and builds in the growth of a team size and skill from the opportunity identification stage to technical development and beyond. Large organizations have typically preferred staged and gated project management systems because of rigorous reporting and monitoring available to senior management. WAGILE uses the same discipline of stages and gates to provide information to upper management, yet also builds tools for self-reporting. In this way, WAGILE can be deployed for very large, new-to-the-world product development projects and for small, next-generation product tweaks. Small and medium firms can readily adopt WAGILE since they already have close interactions with their customer base. Customer risk. Because an organization has close and continual contact with their customers, building empathy using design thinking is natural. These firms have customer feedback intrinsic in their standard operations, such as focus groups, lead customer panels, and active technical service. When customer risk is low, WAGILE is an appropriate project management methodology for new product development. As an example, one of our clients, a small nonprofit offering publications and event services, adopted WAGILE practices. They already had close relationships with customers through weekly webinars and existing focus groups. Learning customer needs through design thinking was relatively easy since the employees had previously established empathy with the end users. With no identifiable process in place previously, WAGILE product development was a perfect fit to introduce discipline to the product development process with the scaffold of existing high-touch customer relationships. Financial risk. Financial risk represents the probability that the firm will lose money working on the new product development project. With WAGILE, the financial risk is low due to incremental investment. In comparison to waterfall, where the financial risk is medium-low, WAGILE offers more security in determining the market early in the process. Design thinking is used to reduce requirements uncertainty by learning customer needs directly. For example, as more consumers moved to online banking, traditional branch banks were challenged to introduce mobile applications for their purely online customer base. Banking is a highly regulated industry, and compliance via outdated systems delayed mobile integrations for this fast-growing market segment. Using design thinking and WAGILE tools like the customer journey map, teams developing online banking apps were able to translate end-user insights to customized products. Prototype sampling was crucial to gathering product feedback to offer customers full integration rather than simply offering a slew of new and unnecessary features. Technical risk. Like all processes that involve significant learning and scaling, WAGILE is best applied with moderate technical risk factors. While the core WAGILE team, a cross-functional new product development team, team leader, project leader, and customer representative, stays together from project initiation to completion, other team members come and go. Much of the variation in team membership is due to changes in the scale and scope of the work at hand. For example, inbound marketing is essential for success in new product development, but can be conducted with a fairly small team during the beginning stages of a project. Outbound marketing, including developing media collateral and product bundling strategies, involves a somewhat larger team that plays a more significant role later in the project. While the core WAGILE team integrates information transfers, there can still be some disruptions when project work moves among different team members. Technical risk rises in staged and gated processes, especially as the manufacturing steps are designed and specified. Ramping up from producing a few prototypes that are custom manufactured to test form and function with a handful of customers is a completely different activity than commissioning a new factory to produce materials with 24/7 automated throughput. Successful scale-up for the new product depends on teamwork and excellent data transfer. WAGILE includes a technical development stage for purposes of communication and knowledge building. People risk. Again, the core WAGILE team stays together throughout the project, providing guidance and vision for the new product. When a cohesive and collaborative team is fully dedicated to a project, the risk is typically quite low. However, for most project teams implementing WAGILE, there are handoffs from the initial stages of the project to later stages. Therefore, people risk is medium-low for those projects using WAGILE. As shown in Figure 13-2, team handoffs are acknowledged in the working team grid. For example, R&D is responsible for designing the technical specifications of the product, but engineering generates technical specifications of the manufacturing process. These individuals work together and cross paths as the project advances from stage 2 to stage 3. Part of the gatekeeper's role in WAGILE is to ensure that knowledge transfer is complete and that resources are available to assist if questions arise in a future stage of work. WAGILE New Product Development Implementation Summary. WAGILE can be deployed for projects of any size or scope since the process is easily scaled. Firms that are seeking more agile or flexible approaches to speed new product development, but currently follow staged and gated processes, are superb candidates to implement WAGILE product development. For new product development in highly regulated industries or that involve traditional engineering and construction, WAGILE offers iteration when necessary within the discipline of gated decisions. Customer risk in WAGILE is low because the customer and the team have frequent and in-depth interactions with existing and potential customers. The design thinking cycle and gate checklists force customer feedback. With incremental investment at each stage of work, WAGILE keeps financial risk moderately low. As with any project management system, the risk of losing an investment increases with project scope. Iterations within the project constraints allow teams to address questions completely, although iterations are not required. In this way, technical risk is managed but is deemed medium due to potential project disruptions in handoffs as the project scales from the front end to commercialization. Finally, people risk is medium-low due to necessary knowledge transfer, which is moderated by keeping a core multidisciplinary team together throughout the entire project lifecycle. Next time, we'll cover Chapter 16, the last chapter in Part 3 of WAGILE New Product Development, and then we're going to go ahead and jump to Part 4 on Lean New Product Development. Again, get your copy of the Innovation Process Book by scanning the QR code in the upper right. Scan that circular QR code to register for our very inexpensive 6-week course starting on August 12, 2025, covering all 4 parts of the Innovation Process Book, but customized so that you can adapt the system you have to the best system and project management process to speed new product development at your firm. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.